I just recorded a 15-minute video and forgot to hit record. So I know perfectly what I'm going to say. Welcome back. I promised you this, the side deck guide for Branded in this new format. Now, I'm going to start by prefacing what decks we are going to be looking at when we are siding, right? So, three main decks, Yami Mitsurugi, which is considered the top deck, Dracotail, which was actually the top deck in this recent weekend of regionals and the German Open. More represented this weekend than Yami Mitsurugi. A lot of new innovations, playing Branded, playing Fallen the Virtuous, stuff like that. A lot of good players taking it all the way to the top with that deck. So it is on the up and up, and we've made some changes. And of course, lastly, Lunalight. You just want to make sure you have a plan. We don't really care about any of the other decks. K9 Crystron, or just K9 variants, I think this deck can be perfectly fine with, right? Very reactive. We have cards to deal with that as well. So these are the three decks. Now, if you've seen my last video, by the way, thank you so much for all the views and support on all the Branded stuff, all the new stuff. Much, much, much appreciated. I do appreciate it, guys. You have seen a deck that is not this deck. This is an update after this weekend because we've seen more Dracotail going up. So I wanted to make some changes. In the previous build, I had 3 Droll and Lockbird in the main, where the droplets are right now. And then instead of the droplets in the side, I had Dark Ruler no more. Just because of the fact that I was thinking, or a lot of people were also thinking, that Yami Mitsurugi is going to be pretty much uncontested. Which is not. Definitely not. Dracotail is doing really, really good work, and it has a weird matchup with Branded. They have a trap card that doesn't trigger your thrust and negates the effect of Branded Fusion, which is bad. It's Dracotail Flame, of course. So I did make some changes. Side this for the Lunalight and Mitsurugi matchups and don't have it stuck in your hand against Dracotail. But with Droplet, it can be used also to dodge the Dracotail cards, which is great, but also deal with the Yami Mitsurugi board. So this is the change that I've made. This is kind of the preface of the format, what it's looking like, what changes I made in the deck, yada, yada, yada. This is basically where I'm at. Let me know if you agree. This is, of course, my 47 card deck list. In your 60 card deck or a 50 card deck, it's going to look a little bit differently, but just follow my thought process on this as I go through the various matchups. Another thing that I wanted to mention is I took away the Furious Dragon in place of Secretarian Dragon, just again because of the Dracotail matchup. This card is very easy to make, and I do play Branded in white, which makes it even easier to make in your deck. On top of your board, for example, you go through your combo, you have like a dragon in hand, like a Shrouded, an Albaz, stuff like that, a Bestial. But you also have Granguignol on the field because you used it in your combo. What you can do is extend with the Branded in white, just to go into this. This one can summon back Cartesia, it can summon back Quam, it can summon back Granguignol. And then you can just pass turn into your Dracotail matchup, right? So this is another change. And lastly, before we get to the side patterns, either the Supreme Magical Force or DDD Vice King Requiem. The lock, the Albion lock. I would still play Albion even if you don't play a lock, just because the X-Reg is not as tight. But if you don't want to play this, I get this comment a lot in my videos. If you don't want to play this, don't play this, okay? This is an FTK. This is a competitive deck, right? If you're going to locals, if you're playing friends, you don't want to include this. You want to play cleaner. Do it. Cut it. Put in something else instead of it. Put another Bestial in. It's going to be pretty good. Put another Serenir, put another Shrouded, put another High Spirit. Do whatever you want, right? But just know you don't have to play this card. You don't have to play locks if you don't want to, guys. Okay, 4 minutes in. Time for the patterns. First of all, going to talk going second against each one of these decks, Yami Mitsurugi, right? What do we want in? We definitely want Bestials. We definitely want Drolls. And then we want probably like an evenly matched. Once we've spent the Herald, that card would be pretty good, right? So first of all, the package I like to get rid of going first, in this matchup. In the Dracotail matchup, it's not going to be the same. Yami Mitsurugi, Quam, Ito, and Duplication. These cards don't do enough against a full combo board of Yami Mitsurugi, right? Obviously, if you drew cards, if it's a half board, you still don't need these cards because you're going to win going second against a half board, right? You're going to break it and kill them. These are the 3, first of all. Now, I also like to take out, if we're going for 6 or 7 cards, Branded White, not as good going second, especially with no Guardian Chimera. And then, usually I would take out Tragedy and Foolish Burial, right? Now, because our board breakers are mainly actually like, we're playing more hand traps than board breakers and Droplet is not searchable, you can take out 1 Thrust and replace it with Evenly Matched, so it makes it so then you are playing basically 3 Evenly Matched, but if you want to search something else like a Branded Fusion, Talents, whatever, you could take out the Talents. Theoretically, like, you know what? Probably going to take out the Talents going second on this one. Just because of the fact that you need pushes, okay? Talents doesn't push in Branded as it does in other decks. Let's say your opponent started, usually first effect is going to be the Herald. Sometimes, right? Murakumo, Herald, something like that. What do you do with the Talents? Do you draw? Probably the best option, but most of the time it doesn't actually get you advantage because it's going to get you probably more copies of the card you already have, right? And if you got 2 Talents with a Thrust, it means that you, like, wouldn't you rather go for Engine with a Thrust, right? One of these cards. Or Evenly Matched, of course. So you could say I'm not playing Evenly Matched, do this. Talents. So taking away with the, taking with Talents against Yami Mitsurugi, they can tag out their Murakumo, summon it back. You don't get to take it. Do you really want to take a Yami monster, put it on your field? What is it even going to do? And looking at the hand again, if you look at the hand and see an Ash Blossom, you still have a complete field to take apart. So kind of this is where I like to keep it for Yami Mitsurugi. Dracotail is much, much easier, right? Because we only need 3 Evenly Matched, right? Here is where I'm going to keep the Edo, simply because of the fact that with 3 Evenly Matched and a board that can't negate it, Dracotail doesn't play these types of negates. Unless they have Sanctifier, then, try to bait it or something, but they're probably not going to summon. I mean, they might summon Sanctifier. Not with the new lines, by the way. So with these, it's good enough. And of course, you have your engine to break through. They don't have hard negates, which is good. They only have interruption, right? Drolls aren't really good. And then Bestials, if you do want to go the extra mile, I would go with like a Foolish, because Goldstar can do these 2, right? You know what? I also don't like Talents, because you go Talents, look at the hand, they fuse everything away with Firmina. So let's do these. Yeah, I like this versus Dracotail. Of course, you can hit up Lulu, a Frixel, something like that. The Albaz cards, the Branded cards. Now they're going to do an end phase combo where Albion, the Branded Dragon, is left in the grave. They search Fallen the Virtuous. No, just let it go, man. This looks good. I like this one. Against Dracotail going second. And then Lunalight. You want to do a lot, right? You need to clear out their board, okay? So, Evenly Matched is weirdly good. The problem that I have with Evenly Matched is this. Evenly Matched can affect the Liger Dancers, right? Let's say they go for the full board, right? They have an SP they can take out. You have the Baguska. You need to deal with that. Evenly Matched, if it resolves, right? They do have a spell Trap Negate in the graveyard. I don't know if it's a spell Trap Negate or a spell Negate with the new Silver Hound. But long story short, it can banish Liger Dancer because it makes the player banish it. Your opponent, not you. Okay? So it can banish it. But what do you do against a Liger Dancer when you've already gone through the battle phase? Kind of weird, right? A little bit weird. So let's see what we want to do. Going second. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. I don't want this. I don't want this. Now, droplets aren't going to do enough. You don't want droplets. You just want to draw the blowout cards, right? A couple of bestials will do the work. Now we need one more. This is good against the Baguska if you just stun them with hand traps and they can't play. Then this one is going to be good against the Baguska. This is good against the negate, right? So I guess another Foolish Burial. I like this against Lunalight, right? You have a good chance of drawing your way into a Lava Golem, which is good. And you play one less normal summon, which is also good. You have your special summons, and you have your bestials to search for more engine pieces. This is one I like, for sure. Lunalight. Now for going first, against Yami Mitsurugi and Lunalight, this is what I'm going to do. 3 of these. There can be only one. Yami Mitsurugi are like Reptile, Beast. Fusion Duplication, more consistency, more ways to go for deployment, Branded Fusion. And then theoretically, going first against Yami Mitsurugi, you could decide to go with this. That is definitely fair and valid in my opinion. Now, against Dracotail, I would keep this, and I would put in 2 dupes, and I would probably add in another bestial as an interruption. One of these, right? Because we are only siding on 3. This is fine. Against Dracotail going second, it's fine. Yeah, Droll is not going to do enough anyway. So I think it kind of makes sense. Theoretically, you could say, okay, whatever. I am playing There Couldn't Be Only One. So when they go Arthalion, you know, if they start with Lucius, they can go for Gulamel or something like that. But I wouldn't say it's as effective. And now I have remembered to record my video. So I did 2 takes, and you only get 1 take. Let me know what you guys think about these. If this is helpful, make sure to subscribe and like the video. I do appreciate all the support. And of course, this is a collaborative process. So guys, leave your comments down below. I want to know. I want to know what you do differently, because as a community, we can learn from each other. You can join our Discord. It's free. A lot of branded people. A lot going on right now. Brandon is hyping. And I thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.